Hi, this is What You Waiting For, and it's a woman's perspective on camping and survival. And today I just came across Desarty ones about healthcare, and especially the beginning of it, where he's talking about if it's a single mom and she makes too much for food stamps, and what is she going to do if it becomes mandatory. This really like rings home for me because me and my husband, we own our own business. That is our sole money that we get, our sole support for our family. And in the past year, it's been very bad. Economically, it's just been terrible. After we take care of our taxes and stuff, we're lucky to clear maybe $12,000 a year. And that's for a family, a minimum of five. Sometimes we have eight, but that's considered poverty. We are not on food stamps. We're not on Medicaid. We're not on any WIC or anything like that. But if I wanted, I had tried it one time because my two children are from a previous marriage to put them on Medicaid, and we're ineligible because we have too much assets. We own our home outright. We have a second home that we have sold, but we didn't own or finance, so we still are receiving a portion of like $500 a month. I think it's like under 500. It's like 300 and something a month on that. And the assets of our store, the inventory, well, they count all that. So we're ineligible. And I know a lot of older Americans not eligible for Social Security yet because they're not that old, but say in their 50s. They probably own their own house. They might own a second property, whatever it is, and downtime comes, and they might not have the money to be able to buy insurance. I do not have insurance on me. My husband doesn't have it on him. We had it on the children, but thankfully my ex-husband has put the kids on his insurance. Uh, so we do not have insurance. The past year we have went to the doctor, I believe once for me, and I paid $60. We went twice, I believe, for my daughter. Um, so I mean, and my son has gone for a Boy Scout exam, uh, the little the exam that they do. That's it. We don't use. So if you require us to go out and spend, $200 a month on insurance that right now we're not even using, that would be dreadful to us. I mean, that would be devastating. And I think making it mandatory is just ridiculous. Um, Another thing is they're saying, oh, we can make it mandatory because we right now we have mandatory laws out there that you have to have insurance on your vehicle. Insurance on your vehicle, if you decide to own a vehicle, that's the law. You have to have minimum insurance. But they're making every person carry insurance, whether they want to or not. You can choose not to have a vehicle. If you chose to have a vehicle, well, this is the things you have to do. But they're requiring everyone, whether they can afford it or not. And I think it's either gonna be devastated to the economy, and people are just going to really suffer, or it's gonna be unconstitutional. But another thing that if they make it mandatory to have insurance, what else are they going to make mandatory? What other mandates are they going to put out there? If it's government is going to make sure, okay, you have insurance. Later, is it going to be the government can get a hold of your records now? That the government is going to be able to require you to get immunizations or whatever it is. It's just I hate the word mandates. It's stupid. We're in America, you know. I understand there's laws for your safety, but to mandate me to go get insurance is ridiculous. I mean, it's great if I could get insurance, that would be great. But to mandate it? What about the people living, that has no address, they're it's just ridiculous, and I don't think they're thinking this through. It'd be great for people that are all middle class, but guess what? With this economy, middle class is no longer middle class. Middle class is now lower class. So They need to look into the lives of Americans, not their idea of what Americans are, but the real America out there. That, like Desarty was saying, the truck drivers, the farmers, the people, we need to look into them because they're the real America, not, an imitation. So, what you waiting for? Bye.